Eyes down for the ball. Good morning, folks. A beautiful Monday. Slightly chilly. Oops, the tree's taken my hat off. Bends down, picks up hat. Slightly chilly. Some odd looking clouds, but basically sunny, and look how it's grown. Do you remember this area from a couple of weeks ago? It was virtually bare earth, and look at it now. Right, we're going to get this stuff on the fire, get it gone, do some grass cutting and some strimming, and see how it goes. I'll bring you back when we're doing something. Bye now. Right, we've achieved part one, and somewhere up there, oh there he is, he's a little tractor coming down to achieve part two, which is cut this lower area. Cut the lower area without actually falling into the fire, and he's got the headlights on. That could be why we had a flat battery. That could be why we had a flat battery. I'll just tell him. Hey! Headlights are on! That's better. There he goes. Travelling through it. Oh dear. That's it, we just loaded that lot on there and I'm sweating and sneezing now. It's hay fever. Right, I'll bring you back when there's something else going on. Bye now. Hello folks, still Monday, and looky here. It's the transformer, all the way from Ireland. So thank you very much, John. Thank you very much indeedy. And its little switch block. Superb. So that's one job going. And I've also received two 50-volt light bulbs from Carl. So thank you very much, Carl. That's really going to get things on the go. I'll have to see which is brightest, see whether the LED is brighter or the 50-volt light bulbs are brighter. But there you go. Right, I am down here because I'm in the middle of fixing the bloody push lawnmower, which isn't really a push lawnmower, it's powered. Because that pesky little screw there has come loose, as you can see. So I'm going to have to see if I can tack that back on and get that bolt out, because what I've actually done is got a very sharp wood chisel and chopped the plastic away from around the tank so that I can get the tank off, so I can get the cover off, so I can re-gap the coil, because the coil had slipped in too close to the flywheel and was actually catching. Ergo, it wasn't sparking. So, on we go. And there we are, folks. Very neat job, apart from the effing great holes are burnt in it, but it's near enough for agriculture. This is not a new machine. Bye now. Behold, the tools on the ground. The Briggs & Stratton manual. And the completely rebuilt lawnmower. We had no spark. The problem was the gap between the coil, ignition coil armature and the flywheel had closed up and got full of muck and generally needed sorting out, so that's what we did first. Of course we couldn't get that bolt out, but we fixed that now. We welded that up, fixed that. Then I put a new inner in the throttle cable, which was seized up. This now works, so we've got a throttle. And then finally I adjusted the clutch, which was previously too tight but is now just perfectly right. Right, so it's all back to fully functioning, and it starts easily, which it never did before. So there we go. But it's 5 o'clock, so I need to pack these tools away, and we'll call that it for Monday. Bye now. And Keith got this area cut and managed to cut round most of the bluebells. And over the top of the speedwell, I don't know if you can see that there, the little tiny blue flowers. Don't know if that's focusing. Anyway, there we are. He cut round the bluebells, more or less, and all this stuff has not burnt, but nevertheless it will. It will. So that's it for Monday, folks, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Oh, I've set the dogs off now. Bye now. Morning, folks. Tuesday, and as Keith disappears up the field, I'm just about to fire this one up and follow him up there. The birds have pooed on my tractor. The man has been today and inspected it for the DVLA. He's taken exactly the same pictures that I took, that I sent to Pat Pawsey, and Pat Pawsey checked over and checked for date and then sent them to the DVLA. So the DVLA have now sent their own inspector out to repeat the whole process. I explained to him why it had an exchanged engine in, and I also told him about the strange phenomena of Fordson E1A majors all having their engines changed in 1963 with service exchange Fordson engines, because in 1962-63 winter was very severe, and in fact it was known as the Big Freeze, and all the tractors got split blocks, right? And so in 1963 everybody's looking for exchange engines. The only ones available then were the Fordson genuine exchange, factory exchange engines. So that's what this has got in. You can tell it by the S prefix, and that's what most of the others have got in as well. Right, off we go. I can't film and drive at the same time, unfortunately. Evening, folks. Tuesday evening. We've done some sorting out of the buddleia. We've done an awful amount of strimming with this here strimmer, which has just run out of petrol. We have strimmed under these trees. I've just got that bit to finish there. Strimmed under the trees and down the bank. And round here, we've also strimmed under the trees, but that's to finish. Then we've cleared this area down here, and this pile of wood we've cleared under this tree. This tree's going to get its canopy lifted tomorrow, so we can get under it with the little tractor. We've cut this area again. You can see how uneven this field is now, and it would take some levelling, but not beyond the realms of a JCB. We need to cut that bit tomorrow. We need to cut this bit tomorrow, this long bank, of which reason it's here we don't know, but there's another one along there. And we've also given this area another cut, which has gone very well, apart from this bit I missed. God knows how I missed that, but I missed it. Right, and that's going to be where that pile of wood is. There is going to be the new home of the fire pit, because we have to rake up all these old brambles and burn them. So tomorrow we'll do more. Keith's been down here with his little mower. That's where a friend of ours did an archaeological dig to see what the cross section of this feature was. Basically, it's got a lot of those white calcite pebbles in it, which are odd because they're not really chalk, they're more like a hard crystal, and I think it is called calcite, and they're not really around this area, but there you go. But that's what the cross section showed. The middle of it appears to have a lot of calcite pebbles in it, and the rest of it's soil. So we'll get this cut down tomorrow. And as I say, this is gradually getting flatter and flatter. We're taking out all these huge tufts of grass, and it's beginning to look better and better and better and better. New fire pit position somewhere there. And Pete's been out with the small mower. And this is what he's done today. The whole lot. And when you consider that this was once like that, you see what a difference it makes when you constantly run over it and cut it. It gradually squishes down and evens out. Right, God, I'm knackered. I'm ready for a cup of tea. All that strimming. Yes, we had to go around these trees. But we stopped because there's so much else to do, and it's a bit late in the year now. We don't want to disturb any nesting birds. So we stopped. We decided to stop because there was a blackbird somewhere off squeaking and screaming, so we thought, oh, let's pack it in. So here we are back. I'm just walking down this way to pick up the strimmer and carry it back. So I'll catch you all tomorrow for Wednesday's fun and games. Bye now. 50-volt GE light bulbs. Rough service. Thank you, Carl. He sent me a present. What a man. See you later, folks. Bye now. Good morning, folks. Wednesday, and today's task is to clear out on the bottom of all these trees with the strimmers, and to move that snowberry back behind those two birch trees so that we can actually get the grass cutter round the back of them again like we used to. And so, onward.
Restore our ancient, oh, slightly scratched.
So folks, 1:30. Almost time to pack up, and we've had a good thrashing. We've had a good thrashing of weeds under the apple trees. We've had a good session of getting here. The idea is to get the little mower down this line. We'll probably trim this out as well. Maybe take a bit more of this out, just to get the little mower down the back so we can keep this bloody snowberry back. And I think at back end, when all the trees are gone, all the birds are gone, they're not nesting anymore, I think we'll take that back some more and just get rid of it, because it just encroaches all the time. It comes further and further over. So we can get a mower down there now, so that can be done.
Yeah, that'll come.
So you can see from up here that all the fruit trees are now leaning in their preposterous fashion away from the...
they're on shallow chalk.
Yeah, they're on shallow chalk, this is true. But there we are. That area down there looks fine, where we cut yesterday. That's almost turning into real grassland. Right, well that's about it for Wednesday, because Keith's going to the opticians and Angela's going to the opticians, and I'm going to install a tractor. Got tractors on the beginning. I'm going to install a cooker for Alistair.
Magic.
Oh look, they're not magic mushrooms.
No, they're unmagic.
They're unmagic mushrooms. Interesting though. The lumpy throttling cap. when you bend down to pick it, something leaps out and strangles you. There you go. Right. I'll bid you all a cheery goodbye. See you later. So folks, down the workshop. Keith has gone off for his pre-appointment bath. And I've come down here. I've finished cleaning that off, ready for painting. And I've rebuilt the transformer into the cover that matches this box. And I've got that in. That needs either a Paxlin or a thin plastic insulator behind it, I think. I don't know whether they have one in originally, I have to look at the other one. But now you're going to think that this bloke has got a grasshopper mind. But in actual fact, what I do is when I have a time slot, I fit the job I've got to do into a time slot so that I can get this finished in the time, because I have to go and connect the cooker up at 3:30 and it's now 3:20. So that's done. This is done. I have filled my time usefully. Right, I wouldn't have been able to get the handle for this baby done in that time. So I've just fitted the job into the time slot I had. Right, now I'm off to install a cooker. Bye now. Morning folks, Thursday morning, and the Keith Harvey mulching machine is working on all the twigs that we cut yesterday. Oh, it's stuck. Go on Keith, rock it. Turning it all into wonderful mulch. Putting the nutrition back into the land. The wild and woolly Westwood. We tried to put a camera on it this morning, but he was too nervous that he was going to wreck the camera, so you'll have to make do with just watching the madman working. Although he's making a job. He's making a job. Right, on with it. We've got Guru Wheeler helping us this morning. Trying to get rid of his prodigious belly. Bye now. There they are. There they are, outstanding in their field. Well, outstanding in our field actually, it's not Gary's. Right, first job we did this morning was we were going to put the fire pit on that trailer and bring it up here. But we looked at the fire pit and decided that it was so close to falling to pieces that it had it and it was a waste of time bringing it up here. So what we decided to do was just to clear an area up here and start a fire, which is what we're going to do. I'm going to get all this bramble shit burnt off today, or at least as much of it as we can. Alright, I'm now going to put that lot on the fire pit. Bye now.
You know, sort of kind of quick glance, and I thought, well, what could they be? They're not rats.
I can't see anything.
They're
light on your camera.
scared.
There's enough of them. They're
They're
scared.
right next to the wooden tank.
Oh, right in the middle.
Oh yeah, I can see them on the camera.
Yeah, well, they're scared.
Look what we've found. Look what we've found.
One of your clips on your braces has come undone.
Little puss cats.
He's got a flog on it.
Little puss cats.
Feral cats.
Little kittens.
There's a little black and white one right over in the corner. It's
Yeah.
scared. So we don't want to frighten them because they'll try and get out and then they'll be lost. So
There you go.
Yeah, come on, Philip.
Alright.
Let's take it.
We've got a tractor defect. The exhaust fell off. It's always in the field when you find out what's really good and what really needs more work. Off we go. junction. Bye now. Bluebell patch. There was a tree there, but it died. But the bluebells remain.
Know what we get here? No.
Friday. No, it's not Friday, it's Thursday. It's Thursday.
All day.
All day, mate. And I've just done a fix on the exhaust with a self-tapping screw straight through the silencer and straight through the box, straight through the pipe, should I say, which will stop it coming off again, and a nice seal up with some fire cement job. So that is another bit modified that won't need to be done again. The major problem with this tractor is now the self-closing throttle.
Hey, wait a minute. Oh,
And apart from an incident today when I decided I would change gear at the top of the hill to go from low first into high first, I knocked the vehicle into neutral, the tractor into neutral, changed the gear into what I thought was high first, and I'd actually gone into high reverse. So I shot backwards rapidly down the hill, not being able to understand what was actually going on.
that would make the
And then I stopped and did it again. But we got out of it. Nobody died. Right, see you all tomorrow for Friday's fun. Bye now. Morning folks, Friday, and the mad mulcher is out at it again. We're about to light this fire, and then we're going to clear this area, and then we're going to have a Friday afternoon metal detecting, because we've never done this area before, and it looks like it could be good. But first we have to clear all the crap off it. So off we go. 1 o'clock folks, and all that pile of brush that was where the tools are is now gone. And we've raked off a fair amount of this stuff, but it's really hard work. And we've decided we're just going to cut it and let it grow through. Because as you can see over there already, can I just zoom you into that area? That is grass already growing through where brambles were. So there you go. Bye now. Well, that's it folks. It's 4 o'clock as I go pacing back up to where we've just driven from in the tractors. You can see the whiff of smoke from the big bonfire that's now burnt down. We gave up at 2 o'clock and we've done a couple of hours of metal detecting. We've not found much, but we've found a few buttons, and you always find a lump of a mouth organ, the reed plate out of the mouth organ, but we've only done right round the periphery. We've been right round there, down to that big down to there, then across the field and back up this side of the bank here, and we've ended where you see that fresh earth near the fire. That was the last hole in which we found nothing. It was a very spurious signal. It's probably a tiny fragment of mineralised iron, but we've done quite well for a first go with flat batteries on the detector. And I'll take you down home now, or down to Keith anyway, and we'll show you what we've found. Just going to have a look at this wonderful fire. This stuff burns amazingly well. We've decided that breaking all this area up is just horse work, and what we're going to do is put the cutter down low on the little little Westfield tractor and give it some of that. Just cut it down right to nothing, because all these little sticks that are sticking up will grow again. And basically, if we mow this area off and keep mowing it off, the grass is already coming through, so it'll soon be back to grassland again. Right, what a view there is from this field. What a view, way above the village. Right folks, here we go with the metal detecting finds. This is a button which has on the back orange standard. What's it say, orange standard? You've forgotten, haven't you?
Rich orange.
Rich orange standard.
Rich orange standard, which apparently is the gold plating on it.
That's the same as the gold plating.
Right, that's the standard of the gold plating. This one is Lewis of Liverpool, which was big department store in the 1800s, and these two have nothing on them, but we picked them up fairly clearly and found them fairly easily, so there you go. So there is stuff there, but not much. Right folks, that's at the end of the week, so thank you all for watching, thank you all for liking, sending the comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, get subscribed, and I'll see you all next week. Bye now.